Where do you want to go though? Where should we start, Vans? You tell me,
bro. Wherever you want to take it,
I'm not the A-Mike today. I'm over here chilling in the corner.
In the back.
Yeah, it's in the back.
Like a naughty child.
Bro, look at me, sat here like I've done you lot wrong. I feel like people who are tuning into this week probably want us to touch on some things.
Yes.
Some things.
There's been some shenanigans, alleged shenanigans in the podcast community. We're all familiar with the Receipts podcast in this room.
Yeah.
And of course, 3 shots tequila. And what was it? It was Saturday? Was it Saturday, Sunday?
Saturday.
Yeah, and then we all saw the screenshot on the blogs. Of,
you know what it was like? It was my sister that told me. She called me and she was like, "Oh, have you seen?" And I was like, "No." Like,
yeah.
I was like, "Seen what?" She was like, "Oh, such and such has done this and done that." And I was like, "Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen it." She was like, "I just saw it on Shadesborough, but I don't follow them, innit?"
Of course.
So, yeah. And then I was like, "All right, cool." I saw it and I was like, my first reaction was like, "That's foul." And then I went back to work because I was working, innit?
I had that 9 to 5.
Bro, it was on a Saturday. I was working on Saturday. So I was just like, okay, this it's foul, innit? But I knew that, like, in a few more hours or maybe a day, it's just gonna just ring off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's mad. I didn't know if it was true or not at first. I thought it was like just the Shadesborough thing where they just tried to incite or
they're trying to be
spark some sort of
controversy.
Like a slow news day, innit?
Yeah, because the reason why I thought that is because I didn't think that someone will have or would be brazen enough to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Knowing the history of how they were formed, even though it didn't have nothing to do with the individual per se, but both camps were basically closely linked. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Rah, this is crazy," and this is not the first time that we've come across this in the podcast world. For those that know, do you know what I'm saying? Like with the whole Shout Out Network, back in
a couple years ago,
2015,
2016, 17,
yeah. So I was just like, all right, cool. It was mad then, it's mad now. What's going to happen now? And obviously, it's just spiraled out of control. It's gone a bit messy, like, and I'm not sure.
Do you think? Really?
A little bit.
So, okay, I feel like we're talking in circles a little bit. So what we're referring to, because we know, we're just saying he's the person in question, said party. Nigga, we're talking about Keith. Yeah? Say that nigga name, innit?
I heard that.
So allegedly he's trademarked or tried to trademark the Receipts podcast and the name The Receipts. And that's what your sister would have seen in Shade Bar and what I saw and got sent as well. Oh, listen, everyone acts like they don't like gossip. You all saw it, man. Don't pretend, man.
I saw it. I
screenshot
and I sent it.
Yeah.
I sent it.
I'd seen it already because it was dropped in my. Obviously, I'm part of Black Canvas, so it was in the Black Canvas group chat.
My initial thought was my initial thought was raw. That's foul. Like, and then after maybe a couple hours, I was like, nah, there has to be more to the story as to why he's done this. And I feel like, especially with stuff like this, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I initially thought like Taze, of course, started, I don't know, or helped start the Receipts. And I've known Taze for about, I don't know, 15 years, or like a really long time. So I thought, he must know this has happened or something. I just thought there has to be more than he's done this and he's done some really stupid shit. It has to be more to this. I don't know what the deal is. Of course, people in their camp obviously know what's going on, but I feel like right now it's a lot of speculation. Nobody knows why he's done it. And because I think he said publicly, just ask me and I'll tell you, innit? So it's fueled it. So people are like, why? Just tell us then. So they're asking, but he's not answering. So that's why I think it's just continued to spiral, because he's saying certain things but not necessarily answering the question, and people just want to know, why have you done it? But I doubt he's going to answer that now, really and truly.
If I'm him, I won't answer none of you lot.
But what would you say?
If I'm going to talk, I'll talk on my podcast on Friday.
That's true.
Come and listen.
But would you say, would you say, just ask me straight, innit? Like, why are you lot dancing around? Just ask me straight. Would you say that publicly on Twitter?
No, I wouldn't. But some people get a thrill, and it's not shocking, but some people get a thrill off just playing with people a little bit, innit? So that it may be that, or he may not rate the people. Sometimes like, you can't chat to me, I don't rate you, so why are you asking me? Some people don't feel like you're not qualified
to be asking my business.
To ask me anything. So,
but the thing is that if you're gonna do that, then don't say that if you want to know.
That's my point. Just ask me.
I'm definitely with you. I'm not. I understand totally where you're coming from. If you're gonna say that, then with your chest, say why you've done it. But I think my man's being smart, trying to be strategic by not saying anything because they've not said anything. How I look at it, this is just my viewpoint. I feel like I was saying before we started recording, we got introduced to Receipts podcast off the back of the Free Shots Tequila doing really well, and that was looked at by a lot of people, rightly or wrongly, as the female response.
Yeah.
Taser Black had a major hand in putting them girls all together. They've gone on done their own things. Credit them. There were 4 of them before. Now they're 3. They've gone for a lot of things podcasting, but he was a major driving force putting them together. Then you've got 3 shots together: Keith, Taze, Marvin, and everyone's loved them, enjoyed their content. Some people, whatever, but most people have enjoyed their content. You then had Marvin had Blacklisted, which is with Babs, Mr. Reds, and I forgot the young lady's name on there as well. They were doing their thing. They've got a little too busy, so their podcast kind of stopped and started. But I looked at someone that does a podcast. I was like, okay, maybe they're trying to start a podcast network here. It's new territory. He's over there taking care of the receipts. Donnie's over there doing this. So now I'm thinking, when I see that, was there potential business opportunity that they had that gone awry? And then Donnie's done a petty thing where you didn't hold up what you was meant to do for me or with us, and I'm going to try and trademark your thing because you've gone and done something behind my back. I'm gonna get you back on the petty back.
So what we say?
Like I said, I think ultimately you're never gonna know. And like I said, unless he speaks openly about it or he puts out like some sort of statement, you're not gonna know. And like you said, I think what Kada said is poignant.
You know what,
like,
I think
so much shit is probably happening behind the scenes that no one knows about. So we're never gonna know why.
So on the other end, should we then not to kill our conversation? Should we then not talk on it at all? If we don't know?
No, not at all. Because like you said, when things are on social media, like people are gonna chat regardless. You can't stop people from talking.
You can have your opinion, but I think it's only at a certain level because we don't know the full facts.
Full facts,
when all the full facts are released, then obviously everyone's entitled to speak how they want.
On a surface level, that shit is foul as fuck. Do you know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because of the fact that, to my knowledge, the girls didn't know about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what you want to say.
Hey, I mean, I ain't going to go, good morning, love. By the way, I'm a trademark.
Nah, bro, because if it happened to off the cuff, you won't be saying, it's business. You wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are out here saying, chess moves, this, that, and the other. Fuck that, bro. Like, you can't do that. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't do that, bro. Like,
I mean, you can.
All right, cool. You can.
Everyone handles business. Yeah, everyone
handles
business differently.
He's before saying,
why would you?
I trademark shit when I'm bored. Do you know what I mean? Just certain things. I feel like he kind of. I don't know if he's set up or whatever. But I agree with you. Like you can't do that shit, innit?
As far as my morals go,
I
wouldn't do shit like that.
Yeah.
That's why
I'll be very shocked if I ever saw you do something like that.
That's why I have this stance, innit? Like I wouldn't do that to anyone.
Everyone's different.
I was about to say that everyone handles things differently.
People work hard for their content. We don't come here every week for someone to then just come and have control over our shit behind our backs. We didn't even know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you didn't have a helping hand in our success.
Yeah. Right now, like I said, I feel like everything's what happened, maybe it's all speculation, and until none of us know exactly, until they put out a statement or they address it on Free Shots or something, it's just going to be speculation.
I think that will happen.
But do you know what? Yeah, what is now done, in my opinion, obviously everyone's dragging him and pulling up old tweets and atting his employer, which I'm not really with.
I'm not with that either.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not for
and it's
that.
done because Donnie doesn't work by himself, so you're at in Spotify.
That's what I'm saying.
What about the other two individuals?
It's unfair on
people
the
don't
other
think
two.
of stuff like that. They don't care though.
That's what I'm saying. It's unfair on the other two, but this is all chain reaction of man's actions. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think because of his old tweets and the fact that you have 2 prominent black women within that podcast, it's like, look, he definitely hates black women because he's there trying to take something from them.
Do you know what would have been different if that happened and he put out a statement like, they know we've done this, cleared up one time, but because they haven't said anything, it's like you said, it's caused a chain reaction. So now I feel like it's got 10 times worse than it originally was. If it was a thing where he trademarked it and they know, I feel like he should have just said something and
but neither party has spoken up.
But they haven't said nothing, he hasn't said nothing,
but maybe there's a reason. That's what I'm saying. Right now we don't know.
And the thing is, do you know what, I would have understood it more if it was Taze that did it.
Oh, yeah, because he put
yeah. If I put you together and then you go off and do your own thing and I don't get compensated like Birdman, you ain't leaving the label. You like, listen, I'm the worst person to have a conversation because I want to talk the shenanigans.
Talk the shenanigans. I'm just putting myself in that situation.
Bro, I'm a content creator here with you. We started this one together, so I totally understand. And like, I think to say to you about why people learn from other people's mistakes. I'm not saying who has a mistake here, but as someone that creates content, this is almost like an extra punch to the ribs. Like, yo, if you're not patterned up, for people that listen to this, because I feel like we're the podcasters podcast. A lot of other podcasts listen to us.
Yeah.
You are.
This is a friendly reminder. Go and pattern up where you need to pattern up. Because why should you work so hard and someone else can then have control of what you're doing?
At the end of the day, I'm not that well informed enough to know what this actually even means. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trademarking. But it's just like...
I looked a little bit delve deeper into like it's entertainment, TV. So obviously you can see
and
they
the
did...
sections
Yeah,
in
they
which you
did.
trade
They did nominate the players. So
Mm-hmm.
how they are as a trio, they're moving to that space where like I could see them getting a TV show,
Right.
maybe a regular radio show if they want. They don't need to because they've got the podcast, but that type of thing where they go into entertainment field.
They're
and
more
once you trademark that
universally
name-
appealing.
Precisely, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they can do a lot more endorsement-wise than the man them will.
Yeah, brands will probably
could.
want to stand next to them a lot more than they may want to stand with the man them.
And that's not to say that like they're better than the next. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all subjective.
Yeah.
You know, people gravitate towards whoever they want to gravitate towards too, innit?
Agreed.
You know, the people know, but they're the guise of you taking our name or our stuff, then yeah, I can see the issue in it. But I don't understand the whole trademarking business enough to kind of then delve into it a little bit more and see what benefit it has to him. Because I don't know.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's going to do for him. You know?
No, it's just, I think...
But it's just the seediness behind
from
it.
From
what I've seen.
Once you own that trademark, it can do a lot for you, bro. Nigga, you have to buy that shit back. That's money right there.
Yeah.
You know, and as they're popping, like you say, we can see the trajectory and what the potential opportunities would be for them. If you own the name, then yeah, that holds a lot of weight.
I just didn't see it as his fight to have. Do you know what I'm saying?
But like I said, within that, because like I was putting my hat on going, what's happened behind the scenes? I don't look at him as an unintelligent individual. I know from the little I know, like yes, it's a collective effort, but he was a major driving force behind them going to certain brands, going to certain different podcast platforms, trying to get deals, trying to like pitching stuff. So I think Donnie potentially may have had some ideas behind the scenes, and maybe they had a relationship where they were trying to do something, and maybe some promises got broken. Because of course, you know, when we like people, we can make allowances. In this instance, I don't think anybody has anything negative to say about the receipts. I don't think they should. But I think once you like people, you then don't even entertain the idea of maybe they've done something on their end that
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't think that like I don't know how long we've been talking. Maybe 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
That has not even been brought up at all. And that's not. And that's not to say they have been, but I'm saying as soon as we like people, we make allowances in it. And Donnie I think they're more universally liked than he is, and he's done stuff that is inexcusable in it. So you take your flogging in. That ain't my beef in it. But I think once you have that, then people already want to pile on and go, yo, he's evil. Let's see it all play out.
Yeah,
And if you are right and everything you thought about him, then yeah, listen, you can come and grab your megaphone and stand outside the station and tell us that I was right.
Bro, you know me.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like, if we're really being real,
Yeah.
I don't care enough.
The first doesn't give a shit. He wants,
You know what I'm saying?
he wants to move on to some other shit.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He's ready.
I actually don't care enough.
Yeah.
But like I've said throughout the period that we've started this conversation, I've said on a surface level,
of course,
from what we've seen, it's seedy.
And that's the only that's like,
because
one of the biggest hip hop groups of all time, Wu-Tang, and the fights they have for their name. How much Wu-Tang apparel have you seen over the years? And go and find all the Wu-Tang members and ask them how much they've been paid off that. That's criminal.
Ask the locks. Like,
you know what I'm saying? People have been. This is, but then it maybe brings up a different conversation off the back of this. Is there a good way of doing business?
I just don't subscribe to the people saying that if you're doing something without the other party's knowledge, don't say that's chess moves.
It's not chess moves.
Because
you can't be playing chess and at least I'm blind. You're playing chess with Stevie
Wonder. I'm saying.
Man, they're playing chess with Stevie.
You know what I'm saying? Man,
just there knocking the
Ray Charles and that. Like, where are people's morals in it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But like we've always say,
there's ethics.
My morals and your morals may not align.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is, isn't it?
Just don't be a piece of shit, man. That's my thing.
Yeah.
You can be a piece of shit if there's a price tag attached. I think everyone's got a price, bro. And I think I think for you, I know Vans are very principled, innit? Like, if, God forbid, he was to do that just know someone has done him an absolute
Madness.
wrong. And even then, I still don't think he would do it. It still ring me false. Do you think I should do it? I still think he'd shout me. I think a lot of people have a price attached where it's like, you know what? For this money, I can take people not liking me. You know.
Anyway, all speculation until
at least you stand on that, innit? But,
yeah.
Boy, wrong me, then you know you might get a print on your neck.
Okay, all right, talk spicy.
I didn't say I knew he was going to say that. Talk
You
spicy,
might.
His favourite thing to say.
You know
Talk
it is,
spicy.
bro. Whatever you say, I support you in it. We can talk about behind closed doors in the public. He's right. What do you want me to do? Argue with him? If you're fighting, I'm fighting. This is how it goes, man.